is to, for example, you can divide the activities of Kudumbashree into 3 phases. That is, at the time of initiation, what we target was the poverty reduction of women and children.
Okay.
And now our target is not only poverty reduction but empowerment of women in all angles. That is social empowerment of women, economic empowerment of women, and women empowerment itself.
Okay.
These are the 3 major objectives of Kudumbashree now. And unlike other SHG movement, what is unique with Kudumbashree is that it works in not parallel but in tandem with local self-governments actually. That is, the Kudumbashree women has an active role in government's plan formulation and program development actually. And the Kudumbashree mission actually is the apex body, but in the lower level it comprised of 3 layers actually. That is, at the base level it is the neighborhood groups.
Okay.
And in the middle level it is confederated into area development society. That is the president and secretary of a neighborhood group joined together at the ward level into area development society.
Okay.
And the representatives of the area development society confederated into community development society, which is at the panchayat level. This is the organizational structure of Kudumbashree actually.
That's great.
And this is the figures actually. That is 1061 community development societies, and the representation of Kudumbashree women constitute 34 lakhs actually.
Wow, it's a lot.
This is the evolution of Kudumbashree actually. That is, I think you are familiar with the Bangladesh model of self-help groups.
Kind of. How does that model work exactly?
That is, in Bangladesh a concept evolved, that is, at the poor can the poor can join actually to form self-help groups for economic purposes. That is, they can collect thrift and credit, and they can utilize it for their own means actually. So in India also in 1980s there was an evolution of self-help group movements based on government organizations, other NGOs, other departments, and even religious, that is Christian or Muslim religious organization itself have their own self-help groups actually. And based on that, in the 1990s, the UNICEF sponsored a program in Alappuzha municipality, that is in Kerala, that it was Urban Basic Services for the Poor, UBSP program.
Okay.
They actually formed self-help groups or neighborhood groups, and they implemented the program in Alappuzha municipality. And again in 1994, under the UNICEF, a community-based nutrition program was piloted in Malappuram. In Malappuram. The success of it helped the government to implement the same concept in all over Kerala. And in 1998, Kudumbashree formed actually. This is the mission of Kudumbashree actually, that is to eradicate absolute poverty in 10 years through concerted community action, and that too under the guidance and support of the poor women or the local self-governments.
So what is meant by a community in Kudumbashree? What is a community?
Community means in Kudumbashree the concept is each family should, that is one woman from a family should be representative in Kudumbashree.
Okay.
That is in neighborhood groups. It can be from BPL or APL, that is below poverty line or above poverty line. There is no discrimination between an APL or a BPL.
Clear.
But the thing is that all the government benefits will be given to BPL families only. APL can join in Kudumbashree, but no benefits will be given. That is the difference. This is the Kudumbashree organization structure actually. This is Kudumbashree state mission. It is led by Kudumbashree executive vice chairman, then there is director for administration and finance, then other top level officers. At the district level, there is a wing, that is district mission coordinator and assistant district mission coordinator, and a supporting team to take care of each one of the programs implemented through Kudumbashree. And at the field level, the women representatives, that is the neighborhood groups or the area development society and community development society is there.
Okay.
And since the numbers are very vast, it is not practical for the Kudumbashree mission to go and implement all the programs. So there, to support the mission, there are resource persons. So they will be trained people actually. And this is the organogram. This is the structure of Kudumbashree organization. That is at the base level, it is the neighborhood groups. Usually one neighborhood group will contain 10 to 20 women. It depends upon the area actually. For example, in the case of hilly areas like Idiki, it is difficult to join as the geographic nature itself is like that. So there the number would be 10. And in the
Okay.
case of urban areas, it would be 20. But the maximum limit is only 20 women in a neighborhood. If it is above 20, then those women can form another neighborhood groups.
Okay.
Then above it is the area development society. That is, it contains the energy office bearers. That is, each energy will be having 5-member committee. That is, a president will be there, a secretary will be there, and 3 volunteers. That is, one person who take care of the income generation activities of the community, one person for livelihood, and one person for social empowerment.
Okay.
These people will represent the area development society, and the area development executives will confederate at the panchayat level to community development societies. And usually the Kudumbashree, it is this community development society who implements the programs and policies at the town level. And the Kudumbashree mission used to contact these community development societies only, not to the neighborhood groups.
Okay.
This is the reach actually. This is the number of local self-governments in Kerala actually. 60 urban bodies and 978 panchayats. Altogether 1030. And in it, if the in the urban areas, if one person cannot manage an entire corporation or a municipality, then there will be 2 or more CDSs in one area itself. So the total number of CDSs will be more than the total number of LSGs actually. We can broadly classify the activities of Kudumbashree into 3 heads actually. One for economic empowerment, one for social empowerment, and the other for women empowerment. And all the programs will come under either these 3 heads actually.
Okay.
I will go one by one. In economic empowerment, we concentrate on 3 areas actually. One is microfinance, that is the thrift and credit collection, then linkage with loans, then giving them loans for some sort of livelihood activities or
Okay.
for their basic purposes. And livelihood intervention means encouraging them to form micro enterprises or placement type of jobs, or in national rural NREGS, that is a wage employment program of central government actually.
Okay.
And basic infrastructure, we have certain housing schemes actually for that is some amount will be given for them on a subsidized rate to make houses actually.
Okay.
And in the social empowerment, there are 5 programs. That is, one is ASRA, that is for destitutes actually, and another one is Bala Safa, it is for the mental and physical development of children. Then Bud School, that is, it is a special school for mentally retarded children.
Okay.
Then tribal special project means there are special projects for the marginalized people like SC, ST communities.
Okay.
Then holistic health campaign for Bala Sabha children. And in the women empowerment component, we have 2 programs. That is, one is gender self-learning and Nirbhaya. Gender self-learning means capacitating the women to claim for their rights actually.
Okay.
And Nirbhaya is it's a government scheme actually to protect sexual atrocities against women and children. So